That. Look at Miriam. Look how beautiful she is.
It started from me and my kids and what I wanted my kids to know.
We've talked about a lot of things today: language, culture, history.
Just outside of Chicago, a program called Cake Village appeals to another set of parents.
This is called the Cake Village, and the first thing people think of when I say Cake Village is, do you make cakes? But no, it's the culture of Africa for kids everywhere. This is a place that is very near and dear to me. It's a place that I wanted for kids that want to know more about the culture of Africa, want to experience more about the culture of Africa, and a place that parents can feel comfortable that they'll get some cross-cultural experiences and exposures for their children.
Okay, with your other hand, alternate. Dun, 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 dun.
Cake Village is the brainchild of Lande Sanusi, who spent her childhood in Nigeria.
All right, guys. Are you guys done?
She felt compelled to switch her careers, turning her from an engineer to an educator.
I live in a place where there's not that much much of an African community. Now you can just have some downtime. Everybody can grab a book. Well, in the heart of Chicago, I'm not as worried because that community, there's actually already a community that's pretty thriving. And it's been in existence a long time. And if you grew up in the middle of that, you wouldn't feel like you were losing any part of your, African, ness. But in the suburbs, which is where we are, they end up not having that sense of connection to their culture, not because we're not trying to teach them at home, but because after they leave, they step out the door, that's it. They don't experience it anywhere else.
So those are kind of like I think P and the B at the Addison. So you guys are doing very good with those.
When they're so young and you're able to get that information to them, it will become part of who they are. And I want them to have some kind of connection, whatever it is, to Africa.
Classes are every Saturday morning, with parents driving from all over the greater Chicago area to bring their kids.
We started off with our Yoruba immersion class. We do some, alphabets.
And again, you have 25 total alphabets in Yoruba, 26 in English.
After that, we did a little bit of history and, understanding about the culture itself, where it started from. The kids have a lot of questions.
This is way, way, way back.
And we did some African hair braiding.
Start doing this.
Relax, don't go fast.
And then later in the day, we had some drumming classes, some cooking classes.
Good job.
For now, the number of children in attendance hovers between 20 and 30, but Lande has bigger dreams.
Well, we're starting off with the village here. My ultimate goal would be to be able to get the village in, everywhere else. I have people from Denver writing me, from Texas writing me and saying, when will you have a village out here? We need that for our kids out here. And my goal would be to be able to get that to every kid that needs it.
To say good morning, you say ekaro. So say ekaro.
Ekaro.
From young to old, uptown to the south side, the African community in Chicago is expanding and innovating in their new home. For more on this week's show, head to cnn.com/Inside Africa. You can also tell me what your thoughts are right now on Twitter under ErrolCNN. We'll see you online. Until next time.